Yeah, with head coach Ian Brophy after a 1-0-1 weekend against UTRGV, and then a tough battle against Stephen F. Austin to begin conference play. Now you've got senior day on Thursday against Prairie View A&M, and then also Sunday you get back into conference play against Houston Christian. So first, I just want to ask about the start of conference play. You guys had a really nice win against the RGV, really dominated the game, and then against SFA, you dominated the first half. Then Kennedy came up huge in the second half, made some saves to get the tie. So what are your kind of thoughts on the weekend?
Yeah, I thought it was a good weekend overall. 4 points, probably not the end of the world, especially at one away game, one home game. Would have liked to have been six, especially as well as we played in the first half against SFA. I think we could have turned that into 3 points. But yeah, really, really happy with the weekend and what we got out of it overall and what we have ahead of us.
I mentioned Kennedy earlier, another goalkeeper of the week. That's 3-4 this year. I mean, she's been phenomenal for you. What more can you say?
Yeah, she's been very good. There's not a lot else you can say other than she's come up big in the moments when we've really needed her, and really like kept us in some important games and stood up in some big moments, and has made some incredible saves, and really starting from the beginning of the year, from Texas to now, has shown up pretty consistently. And so, other than games where she was missing, so really, really happy with what she's been able to do on the field, and really glad that she's getting recognized for it because really is playing well.
Yeah, and then Thursday you've got Prairie View A&M. It's senior day. You have five players being recognized. You got Jess, Murph, Paige, Dawson, and Annie. I mean, what are some lasting moments you've had with those four or those five? And I mean, with then you've got Jessica and Madison. They kind of helped you through the coaching transition because
Yeah.
them along with Riley were the last two people holdovers from the previous regime. So, what can you say about this recruiting or this senior class?
Yeah. I mean, Jess Murph, Emily Mosier, the ones that were here before I got here. Um, Really just proud of the way they bought in and settled into the way what I'm asking them to do, and the way they bought into our system and our culture and our style of play. And really just happy with what those three have contributed. Murph and Emily is both his captains, and Jess is not a captain, in terms of the title, but really does lead, and leads without the title, and is a great leader, and everybody really looks up to her. And so, those three are special, and they'll be missed. And then obviously with Annie, Dawson, and Paige, and having been here the last few years, and Annie and Paige both transferring in, and they've been great players. Annie especially in terms of her off the field stuff. Paige on the field has been fantastic, but she brings a real light off the field as well. Annie's been just a real intense workhorse for us, and someone who, like anybody else, can look to as that's what we should be looking to do, and that's how we should look to train and play, is with that level of intensity that Annie brings. And it's that group's second to none, and Dawson as well. I mean, I really hope that, I know Dawson and Paige have those extra years left, and I hope I get to keep coaching them. But they are fantastic wingers, very skillful, fast, really what you want in soccer players. And Dawson has that dedication to constantly keep improving herself, and that's something that, I mean, as a coach, you just love players that keep doing that. So probably helping me write my pregame speech a little bit right now, but I think I'll save some for the locker room. But really, those five are really impactful, and really, I guess I'll be sad to see them go. And I guess that's part of college soccer. You got to see them grow and graduate and go on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, and then I mean, you mentioned Jess and Murph. They've been a huge part of the back line for Madison transitioned to more of a midfielder last year,
Yep.
but she still helps immensely with the defense, and they've been they've been a huge reason why you guys have only allowed 3 goals in your last 8 games, and have 5 shutouts now this year.
Yeah, the defense has been great, but really it's always a whole team effort. All 11 players working really hard. if it's just the four defending, it's going to be a really difficult day for us. So I'm really happy that we've had that total team buy-in. But yeah, Jess and Murph specifically have been monstrous. They've been great players. Murph's, I think, arguably the best holding mid in the conference. She's just the way that she plays, the calmness that she brings, the intensity, the tackling, the passing. Yeah, when she's on, like, we're really, really tough to beat. And Jess is equally, like, when she's on, especially in terms of her distribution, like, we are deadly. And defensively, we know what she brings every single game, and it's hard to beat. She reads the game well. She's physical. She's fast. Yeah, love what Jess brings, and not only that, but the leadership that she brings is probably more important. But really happy with what she does for us, and both great players and great people more than that. So really happy with that.
And on Thursday, your opponent, Prairie View A&M, their record maybe doesn't translate into what they've shown. I mean, they last game out they tied against SFA.
Yep.
They only lost by 1 against Corpus, HCU, and North Texas.
Yep.
So their record is close to being a whole lot better than it is.
Yeah, it's going to be a really, really tough game. I'm really worried about it because it's going to be a really tough one, and senior day is always tough to win with all the distractions and things going on. But we know it's going to be a really tough one, and they're going to show up ready to play. That draw against SFA shows you how good they are, and yeah, we've got to make sure we're on our P's and Q's and show up ready to win that game.
And finally, you go jump back into conference play on Sunday. You got Houston Christian. They're another undefeated team in conference. They've had a tie against Corpus. What do you see out of them? They had a really strong non-conference season.
Yeah, HCU's gonna be tough. They've been real, like you said. They had a strong non-conference. I think they look really good. In some of the polls, they were picked to finish really high in our conference. So, been really, really curious to see how this game goes on Sunday. And I think it's going to be a good game. They look to play, and we look to play. And so I think it's going to be a battle of styles a little bit, and it's going to be a fun matchup. And I wonder who can, kind of impose their will on the game. And so hopefully it's us, and we show up ready to play, and then put some goals away, and come out with 3 points because they're going to be much needed for conference.
Hey, thank you, Ian.
Thank you.